Here's my guess is that he heard all about how Disneyland does forced perspective. He's like, wow, from up here, it's going to look totally huge.
It's going to be huge.
Everyone down there.
I'm going to get a date. That's going to work.
Hi, people. This is Blakely. Blakely from the movie. What was the name of the Lilo? Lilo and Aaron. Stitch. Lilo and Stitch. That's right. Yeah, I'm Blakely. I'm not just some aging comic actor who just ran by Lake Champlain because he's doing a comedy set tonight at the Vermont Comedy Theater. And if you're around there, please come. Don't worry. You're probably saying, is it sold out? No. No. Is it half full? No. Legally, I have to do the show because the old showbiz saying is that you have to have more people in the audience than on stage. And there's 2 people in the audience, but I'm only a 1-person act, so legally I have to. So we're not sold out. I'm Blakely. I'm not Kevin McDonald from the Kids in the Hall. The weakest kid in the hall. No, you're not. Come on. I love mosquitoes. There. Hey, Jumba. Anyway, this is Blakely. Hi, how you doing? And you're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast with Kevin, Danny, Eli, and Rachel. I'm Blakely, played by Kevin McDonald, the weakest actor of the kingdom. I'm playing tonight, and I've ruined my voice doing Blakely. I hope you're happy, you Kevin, Danny, Eli, Rachel people. Listen to Magic Our Way. I listen to it all the time. I'm lying. I've never heard of it.
Jumbo, everyone.
Harambe.
And welcome to another edition of
The Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
Magic Our Way.
The Magic Our Way podcast. They are truly magical and whatnot.
Asante Sana, everyone. You're listening to the Magic Our Way podcast from New Orleans, Louisiana. And on this show, we invite you to feel the libations.
Feel it, feel it.
We are artistic buffs and not artistic cream puffs. This is a show in which every opinion is welcome. MagicOurWay.com is where you can find us. In this episode, we present another edition of Bad Behavior in Disney. And look, this isn't your typical polish, practice, pixie dust, and Disney podcast. No way. We are not on social media every day letting you know that JoJo Siwa auditioned for the role of Rapunzel in Disney's infinitely delayed live-action Tangled.
That's right, Kev. We're just here to drink, talk some Disney, and tell you about all the terrible things people are doing in your favorite theme parks.
Oh, yes. And you listeners have the easy part. All you guys and gals have to do is to listen up to what we think up while we drink up.
My name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
I'm Eli.
And Rachel is out today as she is off honing her TA product knowledge in Universal Epic Universe.
Oh, I thought she was trying out for Rapunzel, too.
She is, actually.
I think she could be JoJo Siwa. I think she could do
She'd
it.
be much better than JoJo
Infinitely
Siwa.
more talented.
Yes.
Roberge.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, look, her agency's been invited to preview Universal's new park. So if you've been listening to the past couple of shows, you probably wouldn't know this. But we're definitely excited. So make sure you stay subscribed, as the next show will feature more firsthand Epic news. And look, if you're thinking about visiting the Universal Orlando Resort, Rachel can help you book that or even a Disney vacation. Booking with Rachel is one of the easiest ways to support us. Also, you can leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts and or review access our show. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you never miss an episode of the Magic Our Way podcast. And also, we want to take a second and thank our Patreon supporters for all that they do for us. And for this show, I just want to call them out, just say hello. Appreciate it. So we got Kyle S., Kirk is a Patreon supporter.
We know Kirk.
Oh, beautiful, yeah.
Heat Big Sweats, Grub.
Oh,
Eric, yep.
Love Eric.
Harry, our law correspondent of the Magic Our Way podcast.
Very nice.
And our provider of different paraphernalia, coasters, beads, all
That's
that.
right. Yes. I should say Eric is the official member of the 501st for the Magic Our Way podcast.
Yes.
Right.
He's the one and only stormtrooper that we acknowledge.
Yes. Coins right behind
stuff.
you.
Yes.
Yes.
And we have Brian C. So thank you for all your support. Edward H.
Oh, I know Edward.
Yeah. Edward. Yeah. Ed. Hey, Mr. Potato Ed.
Yay, back. That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
Nice. Thank you.
And we have a new one as of late. If you remember, we've been reading a couple of her text messages because she does like to text the show. And that is Lenore.
Oh, lovely Lenore.
Lenore, the other travel agent that's in the Mohican universe. I'm sure there's other travel agents, but those are the only ones that we know of is Rachel and Lee and her now.
Yes.
So she became a Patreon subscriber.
You sure this isn't Lee passing himself off just so he can get back on the show again?
Lee passing himself
Lenore.
Lenore.
No, man. Thank you so much, Lenore.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes, any support, appreciate it.
Gotta love it. And so, yeah, you too can be a Patreon supporter and make sure you listen through the show, and we'll tell you how to get in. I mean, you just go to Patreon, you can find us, so it's very easy to do. So, yeah.
Oh, and congratulations is in order. I hear Eli's daughter is getting married.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Yes. Today, my daughter actually told me she was proposed to by her boyfriend. Thank you. Yes, it's a very life-changing experience.
Isn't it though?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's kind of weird.
What, a 30-year age gap between couples?
Yeah.
That part is
Well,
weird.
I mean, that part, poof. You know what? Patreon, if you want to hear some details on that, boy, you will definitely get your money's worth.
And you
But
get
yes,
that $100 level, you get that phone call from Eli.
You might be like, hey, look, we're going to give y'all $200. We didn't know this man had it like that. But yes, my daughter was proposed to, so she is engaged. I did tell her congratulations. We're going to see how that stuff works. But if it's between me having a vacation and paying for the wedding, where we going?
Oh, how you doing?
How you doing? All the little ones. Man. God bless you.
Nice. All right, and I just want to give one. And I just want to give one quick shout out over to Harry. Speaking of Harry, our law correspondent, it looks like his Browns picked up the Sanders in the draft. We are recording the show on draft weekend, so I just wanted to give official shout out.
That's good for him because we didn't want him.
Yes, exactly. A lot of people didn't want him.
We took Tyler Suge Knight.
Tyler Suge Knight.
That's right.
So hang with Tyler Scott's right there off the balcony.
Yeah, so maybe, Harry, that'll be your fantasy football draft person that you take for your quarterback. And I bring that up only because, football is back in the eye, in the ear, and we do have, we're at the beginning of the summer, of course, and at the end of the summer, we do host the Weekend Fantasy Football Leagues. Yes, we have more than one league. We have 2 leagues, and we'll add more as a population. So if you're thinking about football, you're watching a draft, I know there's some football fans out there, we do that. We'll give you more information as we get too close to it. But I figured since it's draft weekend, I wanted to give a shout out to Harry because they got the Sanders.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get all the Sanders hype.
Yeah,
with the Browns, and maybe he'll turn the Browns around. I don't know.
Well, it couldn't be any worse publicity at quarterback than I got from Deshaun Watson.
Oh, that's probably a star in their eye. Compared to that.
Hey, look, man, those Bernsteins, they're not playing over there. I mean, he and his son, they were pretty fierce. So yeah, they never.
That's
know.
why I call them the Bernstein Bears.
Man,
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Watch out! How that's gonna cook you up. There you go.
All right, y'all. So look, enough of our jibber jabber. Let's go check out some bad behavior in the Disney parks. Welcome to The Queue, the segment in which we get to discuss all the news and happenings in the world of Disney today. And so I figured since we covered the last 2 shows about Epic Universe, we should pop back over to Disney and see what's been going on, especially since, as I mentioned in the intro, the next show will definitely be about Epic Universe because of Rachel's trip.
Yeah.
And also because it seems like a lot of Disney fan outlets are covering Epic Universe. So let's see what's happening in the world of Disney, right?
All right.
Fair.
Sure, we missed a lot of good things.
Yeah. So just looking.
What you got?
We got some entrance gates that are now behind construction walls.
Oh, okay.
Universal. Oh, there's signage for airport luggage at Pop Century. There we go.
We covered Epic and didn't cover that?
I know.
What were we thinking?
I don't know what. Let's see. I don't know, guys. Harry Potter. Oh no, that's Universal.
That's the yeah.
We got new test track signs installed.
No, you don't have anything.
I don't think I have anything, guys. Most of this, even on WW News Today, is a lot of Universal stuff. I guess we didn't really miss anything.
I mean, you don't have anything about like a dude running around nude.
We got. Oh, that's right. They did have that news about the dude running around nude. Yeah.
You had no news about dude choking somebody in the park.
No, I didn't know about that either.
No, you got no news about somebody find a little Colombian bam out there in the park. You didn't know about that? No.
Oh man, we should just let's go to the bad behavior show.
Let's just give it.
There's no news happening in Disney's world. It's all about Epic right here, right now. So we're just going to do this because that's the only thing that's worth it. I wanted to do a joke because there really was nothing. Like, we covered 2 weeks of Epic, and I was like, okay, surely Disney's gonna have something.
I remember when you pitched that, you said, hey, let's cover all the news that came in while we were busy covering Epic. And I'm like, was there anything? Because I keep up, and I didn't.
Yeah.
And you're like, no.
Nope.
Nope. Not at all.
Except for the naked dude, yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to do that. We don't have a queue. I mean, we never had a queue, and it just amazes me there's nothing of significance in the world of Disney that would offset the whole hype of Epic. Epic's getting it all. It's and we were talking off the show, and Eli even mentioned that they're getting a lot of news, and it's grown, and it's even more so. It's just wow. But anyway,
I cannot wait to talk about it with Rachel when she gets back. I cannot wait to go in a month. So it's hard to kind of keep your eyes on Disney right now.
It's the new hotness, as they say.
Although there is news, as you mentioned in our faux segment, as we said, we did have a naked man in New Orleans Square of all places.
Yes. These things that, man.
Are they sure it was New Orleans Square and not here?
Well, I mean, here that's called Mardi Gras.
Yeah, he would not have been arrested if it was here.
Yeah. He probably would have got some beads.
Well, he would have won the pole greasing contest probably.
Oh well,
yeah.
He would have been the king of Rex.
Wreck
King
that
of Rex. There is
that
none
ass.
higher. Oh yes. They kick it off. Yeah, that's it. This is another thing of bad behavior, which I'm sure people have heard before. But if you haven't, these are true stories about people that kind of cut loose in the park, and it really happens. Such a case.
Kind of cut loose.
Yeah, that's why I did that. Yeah,
Breaking Bad, if you will.
Breaking Bad. For the guests. Yes, you can get a lot of that. Yes, there was a man that went ahead and showed his goodies, if you were, I think around April 4th of this year, currently.
Recent,
in California.
Oh, so it's not Florida man, it's California man.
California man,
all
yes. Right. So he's standing on top of Tiana's palace, right? So that's like the new style of eatery. I guess he was trying to put his own dish on the menu.
Oh, where's our California correspondent on this one?
I know.
Where was our California correspondent on this one? He should have been right there on the scene documenting this.
And taking pictures.
Letting us know everything that's going on.
He's good about pictures, yes.
Put us ahead of things. I mean,
and put your mayor in there.
He's got his selfie game is tight too.
It is, yeah.
A picture of himself with the naked dude in
so
the background.
a tight selfie game with a tight ass?
That's really tight.
Money.
That's
I don't know. That dude looks saggy to me. I don't think his ass was
really.
that tight.
And if you saw the video, yes, the video was released on Instagram. Somebody filmed it. This thing happened around 10 o'clock in the evening, where this man is literally like, you see the video where he's standing like out there on top of the roof. He looks kind of.
I am your new king.
Yeah, he just kind of wandered around. It looks like it's almost like he took the clothes off and was like, "How do I get down from here?" Like that's kind of what he gave.
So, but did he climb the pole naked, or was he clothed, but he got up there and then he stripped?
Well, it's almost like any video they have of him. He's pretty much like walking around the Orleans Park just naked. So
here's my guess: is that he heard all about how Disneyland does forced perspective. He's like, "Wow, from up here, it's going to look totally huge.
It's going to be huge.
Everyone down there.
I'm going to get a date. That's going to work." I would imagine he probably went to some section, probably undid himself. That would be my guess. And then just kind of like climbed his way up there.
I would think so, because I would doubt that if you were naked and you were trying to shimmy your way up that pole, somebody would have.
But it's at night, not during the day.
Okay. Yeah.
So around 10 o'clock. So maybe there's not I mean, it's been a while since we've been there. I have no problem going back. But
maybe
10 o'clock.
He walked down. He's like, damn, it's so hot.
It is.
It's just, just took off all his clothes.
And a lot of what they said is like cast members, and then some people that did see him, they were stunned. So maybe that forced perspective thing did work for him.
I hope so.
They were onlookers just seeing what he had around there. But yeah, it stayed that late. The security, they called them. And they were basically like, how do you even do that? That's a fun report. Like, how
do you get the dude off the balcony?
Yeah, you know where Orleans Square is? Yeah, that crazy place. Yeah, dude's naked up there. Y'all got to go get him. Call the police. Like, but you security. Yeah, call the police. I ain't touching nobody naked.
What part of New Orleans Square was he on?
Bourbon. Hey, look, this is just props to our California correspondent, because he did post this in the group.
Oh, okay.
That's how we first learned, so thank you, JP. But where was he?
Well, he said, the New Orleans Square, let's see, on top of
the restaurant,
the Tiana's Palace.
So he's by the smokestacks. or the sign.
You see, this is why you don't mess around with voodoo, because it sounds like this dude got cursed or something.
Yeah, he got teleported up there.
Yeah, Dr. Facilier must have made some deal with him, and
Maybe he pissed off a voodoo princess.
Maybe that Gregory bag or something.
yeah,
Made a little dollar with no parts hanging out. Then he shows up there like a zombie, like a Bakor.
dig a little deeper, sir.
Yes. So
Deeper.
oh, not too deep from him, but as we can see, yes, the cops did get him off of Tiana's palace.
How did they get him down though? Did he come down on his own, or
That's rough. That's a
Oh,
great
that
punch.
did not sound right. You're right.
I'll just leave that alone.
But seriously, like, how did
Are you Spencer?
They gave him an umbrella and he floated down. And he's like, I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Well, I'm sure they had them surrounded him, and he's like, you got to come down from here. And I don't, but yeah, I mean,
He took a parasol. I'm in New Orleans later. I'm going to sashay down off this thing.
probably told him like, we're gonna tase you. Like, do they have tasers? Like, they got to, because like, if you naked, it's like, if you being tased, like, yeah, all right, just give me a break. Let me figure this out, because can't hide from that.
Unless you have good aim. Tasing the taint.
You turn around.
You get down then.
they just threw beignets at him until he lost his
Ow,
grip?
it's so hot.
Yes.
Stop it. And they're fresh out the fryer too. Damn it.
Yeah, they don't, to be fair, they don't really say how they got him down.
Oh.
From what I see, they just said they had a few people to kind of come and detain him.
Okay.
But surprisingly enough, and a lot of times in these shows,
Yeah?
these people are drinking.
No.
But not this guy.
Oh.
He was not drinking.
What was he on?
Yeah, he was on something.
Yeah, I was gonna
I mean,
say.
like, you got to be hot naked walking in the thing. Yeah.
He had that look like the dude in Small World. Remember the naked guy in Small World where he looked like he was not even there?
Yes, that's what everybody akins this story to, is what we covered.
Oh, the Small World guy.
The Small World guy. I guess it was just
So he had that good.
Yeah, I guess, but to be fair, in his case, like the Small World guy, that's not fair, right? He's by water, so he crazy. But this dude was, by a restaurant. Surely there's a restaurant, there's cooking, there's a hot oven. I mean, he probably was like, shit, I got to take my clothes off because they cooking this gumbo out here. It's too hot.
lady, you want some filet for that gumbo?
I think Jermaine Stewart said it best when he said, we don't have to take our clothes off to have a good time. No.
No. It's absolutely right. And so I like that. And so, yeah, they got him. They booked him on a narcotic, and they booked him on trespassing and public nudity. But past that, his case is still pending. We do not see anything regarding him in his nudity. I'm guessing if anything, they're just probably going to just let him off, on a small technicality.
Small, yeah. Well, the thing what I read is like there's. I was trying to look for information on this. There's like barely any.
None.
And I discovered that the dude's an international visitor.
Yes, he is.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
International, from where?
Our neighboring country.
Oh, Canada.
I was going to say, okay.
I like how you. I could not have belted that.
Oh,
out
yeah,
any
you're right.
better.
I got you.
Yeah.
Land of the cheddar cheese soup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eh? They were like, hey, put your clothes back on, eh? No, put your clothes on.
This is the best vacation ever.
Eh?
Yeah, Disney World has to step up their game. I mean, just like with everything else, Disneyland's right ahead of us because they have a whole lot more naked people over there than we do over here.
Well, I mean, and the naked people are in their right places. If you're going to be naked in Disneyland, you might as well do it in New Orleans Square.
Exactly. The best we got in Disney World was that woman swimming in the Saskagula River.
As far as naked,
the
yeah.
bird-
She was just topless. She did not go the full Monty.
Yeah.
Well, I can see that. I guess nobody wants to get naked in Walt Disney World because you might get sunburnt like that.
Oh, that is true.
That's true.
That sun's hot.
And that's why this dude did it at night. But it's still humid around 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Really? It gets
Yeah.
good. Not in
California. It gets cold.
Oh, I'm thinking Florida. Yeah, you're right.
So he would have had shrinkage.
Not as much as the dude in the Small World water.
Hey.
Yeah, well, that dude had, yeah. I don't know. I don't get it, though. Like, what part, how I put this? Like, I'm not a person that really follows the crowd too much. But
And you're not a person just to take your clothes off in a crowd.
Exactly. Like, if you look around, you're like, well, everybody's got
But he's not
clothes
above
on.
it either.
But what happened in Canada? Like, how these, like, I don't know. Whatever these drugs.
I think to a Canadian, California is hot. Or Southern California may be hot.
All right. Well,
It's just too hot.
whatever drug he was gone and that he got this from in California, y'all got to stop selling this. Because, to be fair, when we were in California.
You did not
at
get
night,
naked.
No, but we saw, like, remember we was by the bus stop? We saw
The homeless people, yeah.
Yeah, they was hitting it.
They were naked.
Yeah. So like something happens that night. It must be like the Lost Boys. Everybody turned into like naked vampires or something.
I know what it is.
10 o'clock. I'm just saying.
Those are all failed super serums.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, so
boy.
they're not Captain America.
No, more like naked America.
Yeah. This formula's not right. They all keep getting naked.
Like, what
Something's wrong with this.
And it's always the man. This is not what we need to see.
Yeah.
So yes, this gentleman's out here, and he's still roaming free to what we know of, letting his Canada flag fly.
Oh,
So,
okay.
all right, well,
thank God.
Let us know the next place you plan on taking off your clothes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe he'll go on tour. I don't know.
Yeah.
and nobody still knows his name, so like you got to try again. So at least you could be.
Oh, we don't know his name?
No, nothing was disclosed.
Nothing was disclosed.
Maybe because he's a diplomatic immunity?
Immunity.
I don't know.
It's just been revoked. Yeah, you got to say your name. If you're gonna do this, like do it right. Put your name out there. Be famous. Be internet famous.
I'm going to name him. His name is going to be Francois.
That's what.
Why?
Yeah,
Maybe he's from French Canada.
I thought you were gonna say something weird like Pinois or something like I don't know.
Croque Monsieur.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, Mr. Monsieur, please try again. Put
Monsieur
your name out there.
Coq.
You know, Monsieur Coq.
Croque Monsieur.
I'm good.
So Disneyland's got it ahead of man. So Walt Disney World has nothing like this, right?
No, oh well. Walt Disney World, of course, has a special place in my heart as far as bad behavior stories go.
Because we got the Florida Man.
We have Florida
The Florida Man variable, of course.
But in Disney World, like they had, like I don't know what's going on. Maybe that's humidity. Maybe it's the pie prices. Maybe it's what it takes to go on a vacation. Maybe it's the stress.
Or maybe it's DeMaro's hair.
But could be that too. It is wild seeing that at night. But people get into brawls.
They're angry, right? They don't get naked. They get angry over Walt Disney World. You're right.
And we've had a couple of stories in California.
Well, there was a brawl in Toontown.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, we did. We reenacted it. And out there. That's
we
right.
had.
You're
But
right.
most stories that we do tell of brawls do occur in Walt Disney World, like the mobs and the brother. Remember we did one the last time.
Well, it seems like the really
sisters,
bad stuff does happen in Disney World. Yes.
Yeah, so we will keep that tradition.
Okay.
Going.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So there is a gentleman.
Okay.
By the name of Patrick Young. So he decides to take his girlfriend and his girlfriend's kid or daughter, to be fair, out on a vacation. Now, in this particular thing, they're out at Saratoga Springs resort spot. So they don't really say.
Not my favorite.
Not your favorite?
No.
They don't really say what they're doing or like how things occur. But what they do suggest is that he and the girlfriend's daughter get into a squabble, but they don't say of what or what it's about. But what they do say is that he calls her a liberal, and then like there's an F-bomb, and then there's like an explicative they say after that.
An explicative? You mean expletive?
That too. That's what they say in French.
I haven't heard an explicative in so long.
It's so long because it's explicative.
Explicative.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm glad you
Explicitations.
Explitations.
Explicitosity.
Say why? So So I don't know if this means that this man called this kid an F-bomb and then like a bad slur of any sort, or if there was a typo on the article's part.
Wait, the effing part they put in, but the other part, what word is worse than
the effing?
The effing.
It could be a racial slur. It could be a thing against females. Because it was a kid. That's my guess. That's not.
How old's the kid?
Well, here it's like she's a teen. Like early teen.
Oh, they say it's a teen? Okay.
Yeah, well, good preteen.
Preteen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Preteen, so like 11?
I would give it like,
12
11 to 13.
On the
like
cusp
that.
of teening.
Yeah. They don't really have too many details about the kid. They don't say the kid's name.
Probably because it's minor.
Minor. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they don't say what they talk about. But at some point, he calls the girl a liberal and and then he puts this kid in a headlock. And so basically,
what does her having to be a liberal have to do with this at all?
I don't. That's what he calls her while he has her in the headlock.
So they're like having a political discussion, and he got mad at her for being liberal, and he choked her.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really say. If I had to guess, there may have been something like. If I had to guess, I would guess that this girl may have inserted herself to say, "Hey, why not this?" And probably had some logic to it. This dude was not prepared for it, and then he called her liberal. Because like calling a teen a liberal is kind of like preteen. I'm sorry, it's kind of like overshot.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I was a teen, that wouldn't really bother me.
Yeah, I would. I'd be like, "What liberal?"
That wouldn't bother me now.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the insult of that, but that's what it.
I don't either.
Yeah, that's what it leads with. So he puts in the headlock. And so now the mom is seeing this, and so like she's like, "Hey, all right, that's enough." Well, the dude keeps doing it to a point where they say that the little girl's face starts to turn blue, and so then she starts to tap out, and then like the mom's like, "Okay, you gotta drop that." So now
The mom got tagged in?
well, the daughter tapped out.
Oh, tapped out. I got you.
If you don't watch, for those who don't watch UFC, if you're in the submission hole, which I'm not saying this was, but if you do that, that's like, let me go.
You're done, yeah.
Yeah. But the mom was like, "Yeah, Patrick, let my daughter go. Her face is turning blue."
This sounds like one of your daughter's dates.
I was going to say this. To be fair, let's hold on to that. Because I have thoughts on that. But, but yes, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, I remember the story.
Yes, you were there. So then she goes ahead. She's like, let her go. Patrick lets her go. And then like, boom, they call in security and then like, call in the cops. And so like now Patrick, he gets pulled away for that. Patrick does not understand why is he getting hauled away for the choking.
For choking the hell out of somebody?
Yeah.
So a minor? He doesn't understand
He says he was playing around.
He's playing around.
He was playing around. So maybe he doesn't know his own strength. That's the part where the context in here would have helped. Because in previous stories, we usually get something like there's an argument. And in the argument, the person's called this or they're called that. You're like, oh, well, dang, that's messed up. But almost the way it's put out just makes it sound like the girl just said, "I want an ice cream cone." "No, you're not." And that's what happened.
I can tell you what, that Call to Post song that they play at frickin' 8 in the morning over at Saratoga Springs is enough to drive anybody crazy.
The Revolution.
Yeah. All friggin' day. I mean, it's like what, every hour on the hour they play that.
Hour, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's their 12-hour chime.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. So now they go ahead, they do put him in jail. They have him in jail, but like Kevin went and did like some extra digging. He talked to me about it, and we looked at it, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so it looks like he got off, but I'm trying to it's kind of confusing for us. They did want to put him on bond because they would have hold him on 2 charges, right? Like child abuse and like don't choke people. But
child abuse and battery by strangulation, domestic violence.
Yeah, I didn't know it was that detailed. Like I thought it was like what, but it was basically like an $8,500 like bond, right? Like $8,500 fee. Yep. So the way it's explained to me, if you went to a bondsman, he would have had to they would have covered it. He would have had to pay like maybe like $850.
Okay,
yeah, like a loan,
which is kind of crazy because like it's like almost like they're telling you this is the price to choke a kid. Like if your kid drives you crazy so much to a point that you got to choke him, that's going to cost you $8,500 on top of your vacation. So don't get mad at your kid too much, or just put him in the closet or something. But yes,
just put him in the closet.
I'm just saying,
like Harry Potter.
Don't choke him. But apparently, but he didn't have to face any charges, and like the case is dismissed. So maybe the girlfriend said, don't worry about it. The little girl did testify to being choked. She did testify.
Wait, the mom waived the charges?
Well, we're guessing that had to have happened because everything that we looked at said, verbatim, well, this is what occurred. But yeah, the dude he's not serving time.
Yeah, I was going to bring this to you, Danny, because you have more law experience than any of us.
Yeah.
But listen, to all of this information that we're digging up is free to the public, accessible. It's from the Orange County Clerk's Office.
Don't give all our power away because some other people tried to cover this story. And they didn't dig as deep.
Well,
as we did.
That's the thing. They don't, and so we go the extra mile. We actually look at the court records, which thankfully for Florida, they do put it out. But the last document it says it's closed.
Yes,
and the last document is called a no information notice. So I'll read it verbatim, and anybody can access this from their website, the Clerk of Court's website. And it says, "Comes now the state of Florida by and through the undersigned Assistant State Attorney, and states that." 1. From the investigation which has been made, it is the opinion of the writer that this case is not suitable for prosecution. And 2, this action is taken to clear the records and to release subject's bond if any has been posted responsive to the above charges. If in custody, the defendant should be released, provided there are no other charges or holds against him. And that's the end of the no information notice.
So he's out.
Well, okay, so this is well beyond what I deal with in the world of law, but it seems to me that unless the child recanted what happened, I mean, it's a minor. The mom can't say, "Yeah, we don't want him to be charged. We're not pressing charges or whatever the hell." Like he assaulted a minor. Like it seems like they would have to do something.
I mean, there's whole different links in there. So there is parts like I was kind of going through certain things. Like I'm not a law person, but I was like, okay, well, what does that mean? I would click and it would show like it didn't have the little girl's name, but it would say yes, girl testified to this. Blah blah blah. Everything is checked off. So yeah, I assume that they went to the mom and said, "Well, what do you think?" And something must have happened.
Yeah, but once you have a child saying that this dude assaulted me, unless the child recants, I don't know that they can just walk away from that.
Well, maybe is that why the no information notice? Because maybe the kid recanted somehow.
That's what I'm wondering.
That's what I'm thinking. Because this is the first time I've seen it when we've been doing these shows. It's like a no information notice.
Maybe mom talked to the little kid
That
like,
makes sense.
you know, Mr.
Young
Shannon Sharp over there. You know, Uncle Shannon really loves you and he gets you the best presents and, you know.
Mommy need him.
Yeah.
Wait, he took you to Disney World?
Exactly.
Mommy need him. Don't mess this up for us.
I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just speculating, but yeah.
That makes the most sense. Though.
It does make the most logical sense.
I don't think as a cop you can walk away from that. If a child say, no, he hurt me, I don't think there's anything the adults could do to make that go away unless the child changes the story.
So it sounds like the child might have recanted something.
Harry
so
would know better than I would know.
And Harry's a big fan of this type of show. So yeah, please, Harry, you listen to this part. If you want to throw something in, we'll play it.
What does a no information notice exactly mean?
Yeah. But I'm with you, Dave. Because the Patrick said, "Oh, I was just playing around," and look, that's why we went and took the extra step because nobody else did, and we don't really. This is where it's going to get to where we are talking about. We don't necessarily advocate choking kids, but
Disney does have Homer Simpson on there, choking the hell out of Bart.
Yeah, but there's a thing, like, and that's why I was like,
damn, liberals wanting to live in their safe spaces in their choke-free world.
Like, when is liberal? Like, that's why I was like, what did this kid say?
I don't know,
because I know myself. Like, we were talking about my
she should have been more liberal, so she could have had an emotional support animal that would have bit that.
Yeah, I mean, like, kid, like, if like, I don't condone what the dude did. I'm saying that. But some people say, oh, well, that's just wrong. But if you don't have a kid, let's say, and you don't have the kid that dates somebody, or you don't have a kid that decides to not treat you with any sort of respect. Now, I'm not saying this little girl did that because there's no context of
there's
that.
Nothing, yeah.
But sometimes young kids just like to talk to you crazy, and you just like, hey, look, bruh, but like
Sammy.
You
choked Sammy.
I've slammed Sammy to the ground.
Slammy?
He's
gotten Sammy in a few chokeholds.
Yeah. Now, if y'all want context of that, you need to go to Patreon for that. But
you can get that story, Leno.
I had a kid that was dating my daughter.
Yeah.
And he put my daughter. That's what Dave was talking about. He put my daughter in a chokehold.
What the hell?
Yeah, he was like practicing UFC stuff. My kid didn't.
He was practicing UFC stuff on your daughter.
He was practicing MMA stuff. And
wait. Were they naked?
No.
Oh, I was about to say, it's like
he'd have been dead. This would have been a completely.
Okay.
I wouldn't be on this podcast, bro.
I'm about to say, okay.
I would have had to pay $9,500. Like, no
information. You good?
No, yeah, I'm out. Everybody would have sprung my bill. That's right.
The safe word was McGregor.
But, right? So he goes ahead. He's trying to show her these moves, but he puts in his chokehold. My daughter never watched UFC, never, and she didn't know to tap out and none of that stuff. But the funny thing is like he relayed that story to me later. Like, like after buying him like a dinner and say, "Oh, nice to meet you, kid." Introducing him to my friends. I think we even went as far as to like have his friends do a little testing here in the studio, right?
Yeah, they want to do a podcast when we facilitated.
Oh, okay.
Right. And so then he tells the story to me like willy nilly. And then like I was like my face dropped. I was like, wait, what? You did what? And then like my daughter's like, oh no, it wasn't a big deal. I said, no, shut up. You did what? Put my daughter in the hole. He's like, yeah, but she didn't tap out. I said, you know what? I got a plan for you. How about I put you in the chokehold? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide when I let you go. Because if you don't know what I want to say, I tap out, how are you going to know to get out of that? And, some kids are smart.
And then you asked him, what do you thought about that? And he's about to tell you. And then you say, it doesn't matter what you think.
Oh, this kid was oh my God. This kid had such a smart mouth.
And what should be said is that Hannah passed out.
Yeah, she did.
In the hold, he didn't say that. Eli did not get to that part, but because she didn't tap out, he didn't relinquish the hold, and she lost consciousness.
Right.
How stupid are you?
Thank you.
Yes. So,
I might have lost my there.
Oh, that's
Sorry,
that's the thing.
No.
And to be fair, there was a couple of incidents. And once I found out,
but even she was like, "Oh, it's no big deal." Like,
yeah, it's okay. We're dating.
No, it's not.
Not like, and the kid was bragging on. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't say, hey, this girl is just like this dude, but these are situations where sometimes young people, like, they're not like us. Like, in the old school days, if you went up to like some older person, be like, yeah, I think you garbage. That person would whip you, tell your parents what you said, then your parents would whip you.
And that's why we're Gen X.
I guess so.
I'm proud of that.
I'm good with it.
Yeah.
But like now, these kids feel like I do like Sammy. Now me and Sammy had a big crush, but like Sammy at one point was like, hey, I want to call you a slur. How about that? Like, no, we don't know each other like that, bruh. We not doing that. And so then like later, I was drinking a little bit though. I'll be honest. He decided to do it. And then, he next thing you know, Lily was like, Dad, Uncle Eli's got Sammy eating the floor. He's not letting him go.
And you were like, what's your name?
Yeah, I was like, hey, who did? Say something else.
My name is Sammy. No, it's not. What is your real name?
You bitch. And so like, yeah. So again, it's not right to do something like that.
And Sammy's like 16.
Yeah, but he thought he was 30.
Well, he did tell you he thought he could take you.
Well, that was the second time he ate the floor.
The second time he got choked.
And then he went after you one time. He's like, I could take you. And then you told him, like, if you can't take him, you want me? I'm the only one saving you from getting killed right now.
Oh, like he kind of came at me one time and I just grabbed him, like, he used his own minimum against him and I had his head on my kitchen counter. I'm like, now kiss the counter.
Yeah.
Kiss the counter. The counter's good. You like the counter.
You like that? Yeah,
it's nice and cool, isn't it?
Huh? Mm-hmm. How's that liberal? How that's working for you? So, yeah. I mean, these kids, sometimes these kids
need an ass whooping.
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe Patrick was like,
well,
hey.
But these are boys. This is a girl he choked.
Well, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but to say, anybody chokes my daughters,
exactly.
I swear, I'm going to throw a haka and you better watch out.
Ooh, yeah. No, that does. Yeah, that is, a daughter's rough. It is,
yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody mess with my girl.
Tough. But but apparently Mama don't feel that way. I guess she figured, Patrick has a trust fund or something. I guess maybe she did. We don't know. But we all saw in the court records, they basically, the charges are dropped.
His case closed.
This man is free to do what he needs to do.
He's not a Florida man either. He's a Georgia man.
He's a Georgia man, yes. 36 years old from Georgia.
Yes. Yeah. Wow.
So wild times out there.
I mean, the happiest. What's Walt Disney World? Happy?
No, it's the most magical place.
Yeah. Disneyland's the happiest. Yeah. Sorry, JP.
Well, it's magical because he got off. That's for truth.
That is not cool.
Yeah.
I don't.
No.
It's
he needs some prison justice for messing with kids.
maybe that mom's gonna do something to him later. We'll find out something down the line. Because that's.
I don't think she has the power to do anything.
Well, that unfortunately, we just don't want that to happen again. But,
no, you don't mess with the kids.
Yeah,
leave the kids alone. Damn it.
Kid on vacation too.
That's ridiculous. And then the politics, go political with it. Like, this dude clearly has an axe to grind. This woman better be careful if she's going to continue to date this guy.
Yes,
please watch out, all y'all. That if somebody's doing something to your kid and then call them liberal and then cursing after that don't necessarily mean they're good people.
Sad, man.
All right.
All right.
We all want love, but not that much. Okay, moving on.
Definitely a different side than the Disneyland story. The choking thing, that's kind of dark.
Yeah, I mean,
Walt Disney World bringing it. Wow.
Well, they should news.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is it just me or is this bad behavior segment's getting worse?
I know.
Like,
it's like really being bad. It's not even funny anymore.
Well, it's supposed to be.
I felt like we started this to kind of spotlight this bad behavior to bring attention to it, to shame people into acting right. But I don't know, man. Maybe they're just acting crazy just so they can get on the show and we can talk about it.
Well, then back to saying about the naked dude. Put your name in there. You're not doing us any justice. We got to call you Francois PP.
And a couple pictures.
Yeah.
We'll do an eggplant rating.
Get
whatever
the
kids
definition
do
so
these
we can
days.
have the full on. It's like that one show we did with like the Am I a Bad Guy thing. Like,
Right.
bring the context to it.
Am I a bad guy? I got naked in Disneyland.
You're the bad guy.
You're the bad guy.
I'm pretty sure.
Chuck McKid don't know what happened. Liberal. You're
You're the bad guy.
There you
Yes,
go.
you're definitely bad guy.
All right, well, then let's do a judgment on this one. Dustin Lee Wallace, 44.
Dustin Lee Wallace.
Dustin-
Three
man.
names.
That's a
That is scary.
When that
right off the
third
bat.
name has that one syllable,
Yes.
you got to
Lee
work.
Harvey Oswald.
Yeah, John Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Wow.
So this may
John Wilkes Booth.
Mr. DLW
All right.
wanted
DLW.
to go on a vacation with his son out there to the world and show his son the magic of Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
And so, like in the part of that, as he goes ahead and he gets off of the tram, he's walking towards the checkpoint. Just so happens that the sharp eye of Disney security officer Byron Colin says, "Hey, this guy looks a little weird." He sees Wallace and his son come up to the security checkpoint, like off of the Magic Kingdom bus loop, right?
Like the way he was dressed, the way he was acting, I'm guessing, huh?
More than likely the way he was acting.
Okay.
Oh.
And he's with his kid?
He's with his kid. Yeah, he brought his son.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Why does this always have to happen in front of children?
Come on, man.
Like it's got to be
Yikes.
tough, right?
All right.
So our security man here goes ahead and he goes to get the metal wand, that thing, right?
Check.
Yeah, you get wanded, yeah.
Yeah, you get wanded, and so he goes to check the bag. So like Colin's good right there, right? But then Colin still is acting weird. I mean, I'm sorry.
Colon.
I was like, who's Colin?
His colon was good.
No, I messed it up.
Yeah,
I was going to say, those wand searches are getting really
Colin is the security guard.
Can you do my colon check?
Colin
I'm
is
50
the
now.
security guard.
Colon is a security guard.
Brian Colin is a security guard.
He's a security
officer.
guard. Colon.
Yes.
You check your colon.
I was like getting into it. Like,
He
all right.
wands all up in your colon.
So
unfortunate name for security guard.
it
It's
is.
very bad.
That's why he became a security guard. Like, make joke of my name again.
I secure your colon.
So
Colon.
colon guard.
it helps. It totally helps.
All right, go ahead.
So Brian Colin is witnessing Mr. Wallace come through the bus stop, come through Magic Kingdom with his son. He notices his behavior is weird. So the security officer takes the wand, like, right? He wands the guy, doesn't see anything. He says, "Let me check your bag." And Wallace is acting weird, but Colin doesn't see anything in his bag. So I guess like it's like a key thing's like you must be on something. I guess he's thinking to himself,
Like it's an instinct?
yeah, or something. So
He's got something shoved up his colon.
when Colin asks Wallace,
Can we do this? Just real quick.
well,
Let's say cologne.
they don't have an accent.
I
on
know,
it.
but it's like I had to look up because I can't get past colon.
You want me to just call him like
no,
the
no.
security guy?
I had to look it up, and for anybody listening,
Cologne.
the origin of the country of origin for colon is Spain. So I assume Cologne.
But it's spelled cold.
I know.
It's C.
Every time you say colon, I can't not think colon.
I don't want people like, okay, I messed up on a couple of words,
Okay.
but that's how his name is spelled.
I know.
All right.
That's fine.
Okay.
What you want me to call? Cologne?
Cologne. Yeah, let's say Cologne.
Only for you, Kevin.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so Officer Cologne.
Can we just get to the story?
Yeah, I was halfway through it. He said,
Okay.
all right.
Yes.
So he notices that something is weird about Wallace. So he happens to ask Wallace, "Hey, can you pull out your wallet?"
Wallace's wallet.
I was afraid someone was going to, that's, yes. So, so Wallace says, yeah, sure, okay. And so then the officer opens up the wallet, finds a little bag of Colombian Bam Bam in the wallet, which is so cocaine for those of y'all who never saw Ricky Bobby. And so, yeah, so the security of Mr. Cologne, if you will, was like, hey, Mr. Wallace, look, why don't you come with me? We're going to go to this nice little room. You tell your son it's a private ride.
We can taste all this stuff.
Yeah. Let's party, dude. We can taste
party.
all this stuff. Because basically what they had to do was, I'm saying, like, it was a pottery substance. So at the time, they basically had to take Wallace and his son somewhere private because now Cologne had to call superiors in to make sure that they could test this substance to make sure it wasn't sugar.
Like baby powder. Sugar.
Baby powder,
something like that. Yeah.
Big
He
sugar.
chafes. Yeah. I don't know.
So
wait, the story says a bulky wallet full of cocaine. This sounds like more than a bag.
It
sounds like a wallet overloaded.
He had a big sack.
I mean, it said bag.
Oh, so
but
it
you're
wasn't-
right,
it
bulky.
wasn't a bag. Okay.
No, you're right. The wallet was bulky.
It said bulky, and he began to get
but
nervous.
it doesn't go into the detail of
the amount of bulk.
The amount of bulk. Yes, the size of the cocaine, if you will.
What makes you think you can hide that in a wallet?
Yeah,
it's a good question. Look,
I mean, if he saved it in his colon, maybe. But
let's put it in the office's colon.
There you go. Yes, in Colon's colon.
Colon. There you go.
In Wallace's wallet.
You sure his name is Wallace? Because I'm starting to think it's Tony Montana.
I know. This is
Say hello to my little
my friend. He's not mine.
Oh, sorry, I'm naked.
I just want what's coming to me.
Yeah, everything.
Disney World, Chico, and everything in it. Yes.
I know dishwasher, man. I ride all the rides.
Okay.
Yes. So they do confirm that the pottery substance is cocaine.
It's cocaine. Okay.
They went. Yep.
So, you're done. Yeah.
Good year.
Hopefully they're taking the kid out to ride rides while all this is happening. I feel sorry for this poor kid who had a day ahead of him at Disney World.
That's
and
terrible.
Now
they can't go anywhere. Yeah.
They don't. To be fair, on the stories they don't say what happened to the kid. So I'm sure they did take the kid out somewhere separate.
Yeah.
That's what I'm wondering. What happened to the kid?
I don't know if they took the kid out there to the actual park though. I'm sure they probably say, "Hey, look, here's some cast members. You won't talk to them, but we talk to you." They should though. Like there should be a rule, right?
I agree.
Like if your parent happened to do something you're not aware of, that's
you get
crazy.
A plaid.
Yeah, you as the kid, you should still have a magical time.
Right. It shouldn't be like Dad's going to jail and you're not going to Disney.
That's so crazy.
Like at least let him ride Dumbo or something.
The kid gets older and is like, yeah, my dad, I can't believe he did that. But God damn, that was the best vacation I ever had.
That plaid was awesome.
I did everything.
She bought me pretzel and everything.
I could not believe it.
And a beer.
I wasn't even on the dining plan.
I wasn't even on the dining plan.
So, okay. So, yeah. Now, here's the part that always kills me about these stories. Is like they get busted and then the person gets busted. Like they almost act like, what? Like, I mean, that's not a big deal. Like, we've talked stories where people have brought weapons and everything. Like, this guy this is what killed me. So they say, okay, Mr. Wallace, this is cocaine. Like, you can't bring this into the park. It's a family establishment. Why would you even think to do something like that? And so Wallace looks at him and says, hey, this is to relieve my stress. I was really stressed by coming out here on vacation. I've been stressed since I've been working on the job. Cocaine helped relieve my stress. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, that killed me. I read that. I had to laugh. Now, I am not a doctor. I do not profess to be one, just like I don't profess to be a lawyer.
And you don't play one on TV?
I don't play one on TV. But if I can have a chat to be on TV, I will.
Okay.
But I don't think that cocaine is a depressant. Like, I don't think that if you stressed, this is the thing you're supposed to.
That's all about personal preference. See, like,
what is your vice?
Yeah.
All right.
When it comes to relaxation, some people prefer chamomile tea.
Okay.
Some people prefer massage. But I find for optimal results, there's nothing like running a hot bath and snorting an 8 ball of cocaine to relax.
It's fast.
You don't have time to do cocaine, take a bath.
Yes.
You want immediate relaxation.
Oh, man.
Cocaine.
Yeah,
When
see,
all else fails, cocaine.
cocaine. I mean, it's a whole song about it. Who did the song with the cocaine? That was a good Eric Clapton.
Eric
right?
Clapton, yeah.
I mean, he seems pretty mellow. I guess
Can't
when he sang
ride,
the song.
can't ride.
Cocaine.
Cocaine.
Yeah. Now,
Poor
apparently,
kid couldn't ride any rides.
cocaine.
Cocaine.
Mr. Wallace said it helped him with work. Cocaine.
I couldn't get that virtual cue. Cocaine.
Okay, yeah. And he's only been doing it for a month, so
I
maybe
keep
he was a
picturing that
novice.
scene in Beverly Hills Cop with Paul Rudd. This is not my wallet.
You damn right it is.
Somebody switch wallets and put my personal identification in the. What? Can you believe that?
I didn't know.
Put my credit cards in here, put my driver's license in here, but completely change wallet and dump cocaine all throughout. That's what?
I mean, you know,
Well, sir, which wallet is yours?
have Marcy. Have Marcy is probably
The one,
Marcy's
the one that
wallet.
says bad mother on it.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So yeah. So now to be fair, I think like there's not much on him past that.
No, because it's still open. The case is still open. It's still
Oh.
ongoing. Defense. There's a request for discovery. There's a request for getting any information. Apparently, maybe there might be history on this person. So it's all to be determined. It's still ongoing.
TBD.
I like how they said discovery. Isn't that what got him in this spot in the first place?
Well, no. Well, that is. I remember Harry telling us that was a legal term. Discovery is when. What is discovery? Like when you research, right, or something like that.
Right, where you have to, disclose everything that you found about the case. So, you're finding out what their side has, what your side has, and everyone gets to see everyone's evidence.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
like you got. I don't understand. When was he? Like, I get Magic Kingdom is an awesome place, but that was my thing. Like, you got your kid. I mean, that should be there. You can drink there. You can do all this other stuff there. But it's like, where was he going? Like, let's say he got past. That's my point. Let's say he got past security, which would have been bad security.
Which rides would be the best on coke?
Like, where would he have done all of this coke? Like, there's people everywhere. Like, what is the point of bringing that?
In a
I guess you go to a bathroom stall
Yeah.
and then,
Well, that's fair. You go to Contemporary, I guess, then you shut that down. But
Well, no, I mean you can go to any bathroom stall and you have a little bit of privacy and just
hurry up, just like, oh, that look good. Yeah, all right. Just, hey, no. You got to pull it out your wallet. Like, I don't think he.
Yeah, I hope the kid's mom was there. I mean, is there any
any other
mention
parental
of
or
anybody
family
else?
member.
No, there's nothing that said.
Wow.
There was just him and the kid. So there's.
Well, it'd be even sad if he had the kid for the weekend. Like if they're divorced and this is what happens.
Could be
terrible.
Could be a widower. I mean, no telling.
Could be that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know, man.
No, yeah.
I get stressed out at work, but I sure as hell ain't doing coke.
I've never.
I don't even know where to get said coke
No.
to relieve my stress of work.
Any movie I've ever seen where the person did coke, the person was never relaxed. They like flipped out.
Yeah, they went all Macho Man and stuff.
Yeah, we got Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah.
I mean, Wolf of Wall Street is like, I mean, good lord. But yeah, so that's what we got.
Okay.
Yes. Look, these cats are bad. To your point, Dan, it's like, yeah, this was something we've done. We've taken a break from it. We come back, but I do think there is a merit for having this kind of stuff, because while you should enjoy your vacation and you enjoy your with, and this is the moral I take from it, you enjoy your family, enjoy who you got. But, some other people are having some really rough times and need that vacation too. So I really think maybe if these prices were reduced a little bit.
dude, no.
Reduce a little bit of this stress.
I'm sorry.
if you can afford coke,
Thank you.
I mean, I'm sure a Disney vacation is no problem. I can barely afford a Disney vacation, let alone coke.
Fast Pass or Coke? Honey, what do you think?
Lightning Lane or Coke? Do I get that reservation at Victorian Albert's or Coke? Do I want to wear a coat or a Coke? I don't know.
I mean, come on, though. I mean, like, these promotions are killing me. I mean,
What promotion? They ain't got
They got the Coke promotion.
Oh, wait, is that what there's a promotion where you get a free 8-ball of Coke with your purchase?
It's called Riding High. You hear this one?
Oh, my goodness.
Shoot 1, da 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 2, da 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 3, da da 2 up your nose and your ass.
That might keep people away from Epic.
Yeah.
Maybe so. But the unsung hero here, is Mr. Brian Colon. Like Disney Security and all these different stories. We make fun of stuff, but when it gets serious, to be fair, I would love to get a Disney Security guy like with us, like to do this type of show.
Well, when we go in June, let's go see if we can find them.
Because to be fair, those are the unsung heroes.
Yes.
Like we talk about like this person did something crazy because it's different. But like these people get caught before they get into the park. To be fair, if anybody's like, oh my God, yeah, that's terrible. Like it is, but these security guys, the security is tight. They catch these people before they do anything with weapons, guns, whatever. So Disney Security does make sure you fans have a magical time and
a safe magical
time
for sure.
And so props to Disney for that. Props to the Disney security team for catching that.
Dang straight.
And thank y'all for what you do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, unsung heroes for sure.
That's our latest news.
Oh, that's our latest news. That's what while Epic is happening, this is what's happening at Disney parks. Other than like a construction wall popping up or a random planter. That's all Disney's got going on. But you know what? As Iger said, they've been preparing for Epic for the past 10 years.
Oh, easily,
in Japan.
And it feels like, it feels that way for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so look, let us know what you think about all these stories or anything else. And if you want to get in touch with us to share your thoughts and opinions or whatnot, we're about to tell you how to do that in just a little bit. Well, y'all, we hope you enjoyed hearing these stories of bad behavior. If you want to learn more about us, the Magic Our Way podcast, follow us on any social media platform. Also, if you want to share your opinions and thoughts, you can do so through the following ways. First of all, shoot us an email at show@magicourway.com or call or text us. Yes, I did say text us, like Lenore, at 1-815-A-WEEKEND. That is 1-815-
MOW Weekend
669-4226. You see, I came up short like that guy in Disneyland that was naked and was cold.
You're never short, Kev.
But that guy was, because it was cold.
It was cold.
It was cold at California at night.
He should come from Canada.
He had
What's
shrinkage.
going on with him? He did have shrinkage. That's right.
Yeah, but anyway, look, we have a couple people do things outside of the podcast. They don't get naked. Although, I don't know. Eli might.
Money. Yeah.
Yeah, if it's $1,000 Patreon level.
He's got OnlyFans.
Yeah. He's got Only Feet.
Yes, and I got Only Comics too.
One of the many ways you can support his endeavors. Eli, what you got?
Man, like if that grant is coming, like whatever you need me to do, I'm right there. But in the meantime... In the meantime, you know how it goes. You know the story is all about the glory. You go out there on your internet, you start typing ivorycomics.com. You can see everything that I got there, all that hard work. 48 pages, fully colored. The only ad for them is for the Magic Our Way podcast because that's how awesome we are. We do the synergy, and there's nothing better than that. So that work is Project Geisha, Savages, and the Molly Be Damned. You can also see interviews and blogs that I have, and of course, a link to the Magic Our Way podcast. So you never miss a beat. You never miss who went where for a trip report. You never miss who brought where when they wasn't supposed to do it. And you never miss how awesome Disney Security can be. So yes, as always, please support. And you guys have, thank you, ivorycomics.com. On social media, you can find me there. Facebook, Eli H. Ivory, that's me. As long as you're a person, it's a pleasure to meet you. If you're a bot, cannot greet you, getting too old for this. I do not have a credit card to give you to go ahead and buy Iron Man's armor. Can't do that. Also on Facebook, there is a Project Geisha fan page. So again, facebook.com/Project Geisha. On Instagram, you can find me there. And I have been doing it, posting up the hearts and the likes. I know JP gave me a little love for his Star Wars night. That dude does know how to take some pictures, though.
JP and selfie it's one and the same.
It's like, yeah, it's synonymous. It's amazing. Like he's got that down. So I put a heart on that. I did. And there's some people I've met, and all the time I'm like, yeah, if I see it on the scroll and I like it, I will put that heart up there. So EIV504 is where you can find me there to get that follow and get that follow right back. And of course, on X, you can find me at Hancock 10166. So yes, if you appreciate the madness, You're just bringing me the gladness. Thank you very much.
And if you want to book any kind of vacation, whether it is to Universal Epic Universe or any of the Disney parks around the world, or maybe even a regular city like Chicago, New York, California, Denver, New Orleans even, or if you want to join us down in June, we're traveling the first weekend in June, down to Walt Disney World. If you want to hang out with us, absolutely, man. You can book everything through Rachel. Rachel knows how to do all the stuff, and this is how you do it.
I would be honored to help your family book your vacation to Disney destinations, Universal, cruise lines, and major hotel brands around the world. Booking with me is at no extra cost to you. The cost of a travel agent is built into the cost of your vacation, whether you use one or not. And when you book with me, a little bit of your trip comes back to support the podcast and the fan community here at Magic Our Way. You can reach me at Rachel, Rachel, at magicourway.com, or you can find me at R, the letter R, Family Magic, so Our Family Magic, on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. You can also give me a call or a text. My phone number is 978-432-WISH. Reach out today and let's make some magic with your family vacation.
In addition to that, go to patreon.com/Magic Our Way and join Lenore and the rest of the gang to elevate your support of the Magic Our Way podcast. Another option that only costs a minute or so of your time is to leave a rating and a review on Apple Podcasts and or review access our show, whether it is YouTube, Spotify, Podbean, etc. Any way in which you can support the show is deeply appreciated. We also want to thank you for being a loyal listener, and we always love hearing from our listeners. All opinions are always welcome in the Magic Our Way podcast, so make sure you get in touch with us today. So we say Kwaharini, my name is Kevin.
And I'm Danny.
Magic out.
All right, nachos are on plates.
And yar. Bye!